We are Jonty and Millie, and along with our kids, we look for the amazing wonders of our world, living in Singapore and exploring beyond. Welcome to Wonderlust. We've just made a stop at a local market and we're going to explore it, have a little look at all the produce on sale here, maybe pick something up, we'll see.
Oh, this is from pumpkin.
Pumpkin, oh.
Yeah.
These are clams and they're cooked in the sun. The market was full of sights and sounds and was a feast for our senses as our guide Samuth shared local insights at many stalls. What would you say is the most interesting thing in this market so far? No, the most interesting.
This place is massive. Every time we turn another corner, there's more things. You can get everything here from clothes, underwear, live snake, eggs, you've got vegetables and fruit, absolutely everywhere. It doesn't feel too dissimilar to like the wet markets in Singapore, but then on the other hand it's completely different because everything is kind of on raised things on the floor. I'm watching where I walk because the ground is quite uneven and there's puddles everywhere because it was raining yesterday.
Sour?
Sour?
Yes, a little bit. Maybe sour soup.
Really sour.
Is it like the tom yum kind? Just stopped for Jonty to grab a coffee. He's gone inside.
I've wanted one since we've been here just to try it and see whether it's different, and so Samuth has found this beautiful little shack on the corner of the road. We're just going to have some to try it out. Hello. This lady's cooking a rice flour pancake, but without a pan. She's flicking it between a couple of forks and it's cooking it both sides nice and evenly. Definitely going to get one and try.
This is one of the favourite snacks that I've picked up so far. It's a small banana, which are often sweeter. We do get them in Singapore. And then it's wrapped in sticky rice, wrapped inside a banana leaf and then barbecued, and the banana goes nice and soft inside and the sticky rice kind of goes caramelised on the outside. Really, really good.
Okay, so we're back in the remorque and I'm going to try my local coffee.
Is it hot?
Hot. Oh, it's got a really deep flavour, slightly bitter. It's really smooth and creamy. Just almost got the texture of local Singaporean coffee.
Let me try it.
No.
Why?
You're buzzing enough.
Good?
We've just stopped off to pick up the tickets for the floating village. Millie and Aspen have gone to use the washroom as well, but I'm just having a moment just to take in everything here. Absolutely loving this trip, loving Cambodia and the people here. In the rainy season, the water will come up to here and it will flood through, and then the boats will come down here and tourists will get on the boats here, but it's the dry season, so you can see the water level is much, much lower, and we're going to be going further up that road to be able to catch our boat in just a moment. We've pulled up and we're now following our boat driver who is on a little motorbike. Oh. Whole family.
Daddy, you can't not.
No, I'll sit on your shoulders. Bye bye!
I just been on a motorbike and it was really fun.
Hello. As we climbed aboard, the loud purring of the boat initially interrupted the peaceful river. But before long, the sound of the engine harmonised with the surroundings, creating a unique atmosphere. Seeing the homes and buildings during the dry season gave us a whole new understanding and appreciation for how they were built. It's currently the dry season, and so we are in the river right in the middle of the village, and the village is either side. All of the houses are up on stilts, really high up in the air, easily 6 meters up, and or even more. And yeah, when the water rises, it's amazing to think the water rises that much here and keeps them all dry. Currently it is about, let me see, 10:30 in the morning, and most of the villagers are out fishing, and they'll come back a little bit later with their catch of the day. That whole experience of the crocodiles is a bit of a strange one, really, because I mean it was fun, it was good to see them, but they're purely here for tourists. Samouth, our guide, said they do use them for meat as well. 40 years ago these crocs were wild in the mangroves, but now they're not there at all. They're not safe for the villagers who live here. It's good to be able to feed them, amazing to be able to see them. They're incredible creatures. We are just going to get on a tiny little boat now, all of us, and go and explore the mangroves, so come with us.
Junty and I have hopped on a boat next to the kids, and we're going through the mangroves.
It's beautiful. The auntie boat driver just grabbed some snails out of the water. She's going to cook them up a bit later. So we're now on the lookout to see if we can grab some for her.
Got a snail!
This has turned into harvesting rather than a little boat trip.
Wow, what a place. That was really nice, peaceful. You don't get a lot of sort of silence and just nature noise in Singapore. I've noticed the last few mornings I've woken up quite early with the sunrise. You could hear birds, you could hear frogs. There was a frog last night making noise, I don't know, like 3 hours every 7 seconds. Yes, I counted. But this is just so very different. There's a lot to take in. It was nice going through, like, so we could try and pick up some snails and put them in the boat. The kids thought it was amazing. They're getting into boat life. They were stood up on the boat. It's just so very different, so very contrasting. Lots of thoughts still to process and think about this place, but an amazing morning so far, and it's only 11:30. You're gonna have to paddle, kids.
Once the motor got started, we headed out to Tonle Sap, directly translated as freshwater lake, which is so big we could see the horizon. There's a cluster of sticks out there which are being used as anchors for when the water gets too dry and too low. People literally move house. They move their house out here and they anchor it on the lake. And it's amazing to see. Samouth is just saying at the moment the water's 2 to 3 meters deep, and like I said earlier, we're at the beginning of the wet season, and as the wet season continues, this water will rise up to 10 to 12 meters deep. It's a lot of water. We made our way to the floating village, passing homes built on bamboo to help their buoyancy. We have just docked to come and see a bit of what village life is like on the shore, and hopefully be able to get to meet some villagers too, which would be really cool. Fish is smoking.
You burn the fire, and then look, smoked fish.
This behind me is a spirit house. People would come here and give offerings, and this is a larger one which is used for the whole village, but apparently people have smaller shrines, I guess, within their homes too. I don't know if you can see here a couple of things to note. One of them is the level of the water, which is just there, and then the other thing is the electricity box, which has a bird's nest in it, and obviously that is quite dangerous. But Out of all the electricity boxes we've seen so far, there's probably only about 2 that haven't got birds' nests in them.
They already cooked.
Already cooked? Dry?
This one is not.
Oh, that's why it's so dry.
Yeah.
This one is not cooked from the sun. You cook the bowl first. And,
How is it, Aspen? Nice?
yeah.
Thank you.
It's like when you get saltfish fried rice.
Mmm.
It's like
Salty.
that.
The lady was just separating the main meat of the shrimp with the shells of the shrimp, and the shells get fed to some of the pigs and the chickens, and the rest of it gets taken off. It's a delicacy. It gets taken off to market. It's about, you say, $20 per kilo.
This is a bit tail inside.
Say?
Take a skin first.
Peel it.
Peel it through way.
Oh yeah, the bitter.
Ready?
Can you
It's
see a
fine.
bit?
But this one, bit tail.
It's a much more muted flavour than the lotus that we get back at home. The lotus back at home is definitely sweetened with sugar. This is the bitter bit that Smooth was talking about that is in the middle.
Very bitter.
It's not too bad, it's not too bad. It tastes like chestnut.
Yeah, chestnut.
So this is a 16th century temple that will all be underwater, or not?
Yeah, underwater.
It becomes underwater. Wow.
Have to be repainted.
Yeah.
Every year do they have to paint?
No.
No.
Until the clear is gone.
Wow, it looks like it's been recently painted.
It's my turn to jump over the rubber band. Oh my goodness, okay, here we go. That was so much fun. Those kids are lovely. And a kid just cycled past and said to Millie, "Hello, what's your name?" And it's so cute, they're so nice. Such a friendly community. Would love to have spent more time here, but it's time for us to get back on the boat and to head back towards the mainland, I guess. On the way back, our driver stopped off to pick up his wife and daughter, who were joining him to run some errands that afternoon. Some of these boats have huge bags and sacks of collected up plastic bottles, and initially I thought this is people collecting trash to take it out of the water, but actually they're collecting plastic bottles to be able to create floats for the houses to be able to float when the water level rises. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Hello! We've stopped for some more food on the roadside here, a bit of lunch before we head back to the villa. So we're really looking forward to it. Aspen wanted to try some barbecue fish, so we're going to check out what they got. So this bit is like the menu. You choose what you want and the shop owner will take it and he's going to barbecue it over here. And that's our food that we've chosen. This is a totally cool little restaurant, very common here in Cambodia, but the concept is you eat and then when you're full you can nap on one of these hammocks that the kids already managed to take a hold of, which is pretty cool.
So inside the lotus, snapped it, it's like thin threads. And Smith was just saying it's more expensive than cotton and silk. It's just inside here. Feels like a cobweb. Some of the food has started to arrive. We've got rice in the lotus leaves and then there's lots of condiments seem to accompany everything.
So this here is sausage, frogs, and fish, which has just been caught from the river opposite. This chicken has a darker skin and it is delicious. We're back at 60th Street for our last evening with Samuth, and we also have Samuth's daughter with us, Maya. And the kids are straight in with frogs and crickets and grasshoppers. The frogs are good, aren't they? Oh, Millie didn't get one last time.
The kids ate all the frogs before I got one, so I've got one today. It's like crispy chicken wings.
Yeah. And we've got some snails as well, some bigger ones than last time.
Like this.
How are the big snails? Big snails? Good. I don't know if you can see me, but we just had a power cut along the whole of 60th Street. So we're eating in the glowing lights of the cars coming by and Samuth's phone. But it's all good. The food has been delicious tonight. We all had something slightly different that we haven't really had before. Absolutely delicious. We're very, very pleased to have shared this last night here at 60th Street with Samuth and Maya as well. And we have light again. It's all good.
Oh, you need Milo?
Are you have Milo, are you? We've just stopped for ice cream, but what we didn't realise is that the guy's actually making the ice cream right here on a really, really cold plate with cream. Aspen's got Oreos in hers, it's all being chopped up, you can hear it, and he's working really, really fast and making ice cream right here. It's amazing. From a wonderful evening out, our last night here in Siem Reap. We actually bumped into some other tourists, which was amazing. Probably four lads, nice guys, three of them were from the UK. But we found it kind of weird actually that they were the only other tourists in that whole of 60th Street that we saw, and Samuth was saying not many tourists come down there, most of them go over to Pub Street. Honestly guys, you're missing out if you have not done 60th Street. If you are planning on coming to Siem Reap, you must do it. It's absolutely incredible. That is my top tip of the day. And with that, we're going to say goodnight for now. We'll see you in the morning. Good morning. This is our last morning here in Siem Reap. And so we decided we would go and explore the local area as we don't have anything official to do. I know it sounds terrible, but I would like to try a flat white here, or a barista made coffee. We saw a cafe around the corner. I know it's a bit of a cram to come all this way, but I've had a local coffee. We've done a lot of local stuff, and it's a local shop, so we're still supporting the local community. So we're gonna go and check that out.
This is a virgin mojito. I fancy something minty and fresh. Johnson ordered a flat white, and then it came with tea. And then I've ordered this, which is a lot of liquid. And then she's just brought me out some ice water as well.
What's that?
It's just water.
Let me
So
try.
now I've ended up with 3 drinks.
I want to try it.
I don't know if this is like a regular thing, like you have, I don't know what kind of tea this is.
It's just water.
It has a flavour, but I couldn't pinpoint what it is. You want to try? You've all the best faces.
That was a lovely little cafe stop. So we've decided that we are going to just have a little walk up the road and a little bit of an explore before we pick up some food that we'll have a bit later, and then the kids are going to go back and have a swim before we get in the plane and head off. What is in there? rained? There's this lovely little shack next to the cafe that we had our coffees in just now, and we've ordered some food to take away, and the shop owners are super friendly, really lovely people. Bye bye, thank you so much, Akun.